So it's like about that time we're about to start doing the news, get into the studio. As yeah.
All day. With all that, we're set to run the world.
Get so sick. Your 3-1 pack from Airtel. Now star 143. And get 300% rewards on the Super pack.
Oi.
Where's this man?
I don't know.
Bring me here.
I didn't see him.
I'm just busy looking
Hi.
somewhere else.
Every day.
Hey, what's up?
You ready?
Honefm, informing the nation.
Where are my headlines?
Welcome to Honefm Lunchtime News.
The 5th of August 2015 with the local news in detail. My name is Lucy Nambela. Zambia has been chosen to host the African Green Revolution Forum next month, which is expected to devise concrete plans on how to transform Africa's agriculture. The forum is scheduled to run from September 30th to October 2nd and will be held in partnership with the government, COMESA, and the Alliance for a Green Revolution. Agriculture and Livestock Minister Given Lubinda announced at a press briefing in Lusaka yesterday that the forum would be held under the theme Walking the Talk on Youth and Women, bringing inclusive agricultural markets to life. The discussions would be centered on promoting investments, public-private opportunities, policy support for driving agricultural productivity, and income growth for African farmers in a sustainable way. He said the hosting of the forum was in line with government's desire to contribute and develop a thriving agricultural sector. It provides the opportunity for government to empower the Zambian people through active and effective participation in the national economic and social governance of the country. Civil Society for Poverty Reduction Executive Director Patrick Nshindamo said the development of the Act has been long overdue and all past governments have failed to implement this. Mr. Nshindamo has since urged government and its but the country as a whole is farming, but that sadly there is no available market for cotton and other farm produce in his area. Mr. Belemu notes that the lack of available market for farmers will continue to contribute to the increase in the levels of poverty in the rural areas and the country as a whole. He says there is need to help farmers with a ready market so that they are able to earn an income and in the end reduce the high levels of poverty in the country.
The news, sponsored by Californian Beverages. Welcome back to the news on Honefm.
It is exactly 54 minutes past of 12. This is the lunchtime news. To present the International Plus Sports News in detail, my name is Cornelius Kabu. 2 passenger trains in the Indian state of Madhya Pradesh have derailed minutes apart in a partially flooded bridge, killing at least 24 people, officials say. The trains were passing each other near the town of Handa, and some coaches fell into a river. A railway spokesman told the BBC that the heavy rain had caused river levels to rise, submerging the track. Officials say at least 25 people have been injured and another 300 rescued. The Kamayan Express traveling from Venice to Mumbai derailed first, while the Janata Express traveling in the opposite direction derailed shortly after. The Press Trust of India reported it was not clear how many passengers the train had been carrying. Reports say that the trains were crossing a bridge over the rain-sodden Machak River, about 950 kilometers from India's capital, Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also expressed concern and offered condolences to the relatives of those who died. Experts are due to examine part of the wing that washed up the island of Reunion last week and is thought to have belonged to the missing flight MS-370. The Boeing 777 piece has been taken to Toulouse in southwest France. An Australian transport expert is helping out the examination at the invitation of the French authorities. Malaysian experts are also attending. They may pronounce on the origin of the wing part either on Wednesday or later this week. Officials say for reasons that remain unclear, the Malaysia airline plane veered off course on its way to Beijing in March 2014 and crashed into the sea with 239 people on board. Investigators hope to be able to determine the speed at which MS-370 hit the water and use the information to advise search teams to look for a plane that remains largely intact. The examination of the wing part will start early on Wednesday afternoon, AFP News Agency reported. A video appearing to show a son of former Libyan leader Colonel Muammar Gaddafi and other prisoners being abused in jail is being investigated. The video shows Sadi Gaddafi screaming as he is beaten by guards on the source of his fate. Tripoli's public prosecutor said he would work to identify the guards shown and take legal action against them. Campaigns have condemned the footage, which was made available by online site Clear News. Sadi Gaddafi has been held in a prison in the capital Tripoli since last year after being extradited from Niger on charges of shooting protesters and other crimes committed during his father's rule. Another son of Colonel Gaddafi, Saif al-Islam, was last week sentenced to death in absentia over crimes committed during the 2011 uprising that eventually toppled the former Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. And now, children died when a passenger boat capsized after colliding with a fishing vessel in Lake Victoria in western Kenya. A local official said fishermen responded to distress calls, rescued 21 of the 23 people on board the passenger boat and recovered the children's bodies. There were no casualties on the fishing vessel, which also capsized. The accident happened in the early hours of today at about 02 hours. Kenyan media say fishing boats are often to be found on Lake Victoria in the small hours because the waters are calm at that time. A report suggested that the passenger boat was carrying 200 people. But a local government official downgraded the figure to 23, and this was confirmed by a boat owner who responded to the distress call. In sports news, Digger Rugby Club caretaker coach Wellington Jovu says the Quito Giants will be a team to beat next season after undergoing a rebuilding process. Njovu said in Quito that the team improved towards the end of the season. Diggers lost key players who were suspended at the start of the season due to wrangles that rocked the Quito side. Carlos Kanyama, Benaya Mukawamba, Fine Kumbe, and Aki Mushota were among senior players that were suspended by Celeste Weupe-led Diggers executive. The quartet has since trekked to Quito playing field. KPF have won promotion to the national rugby season after surviving relegation. And finally, in sports news, Zambia coach George Rwandamina is keeping a close eye on the veteran 2012 AFCON stars who have returned to the FAR Super League with potential and eye on the 2016 CHAN qualifiers. The second half of the 2015 Super League has been graced by the return of 2012 AFCON winning captain Christopher Katongo, who is back at Green Buffaloes, and defender Joseph Musonda, who has rejoined in Ghana after over 10 years abroad. The duo are joining Zanaco midfielder Isaac Chancellor, who has been in and out of the Super League over 10 years abroad. Katongo, Chancellor and Musonda are all eligible to play in the CHAN qualifiers. That is a